What is up, guys? Welcome to the channel, and this is Bright Data Analytics. So today we are going to be working on a task management dashboard. So it's for tracking statuses of tasks. So as you can see here, we have completed tasks, we have in progress tasks, we have the tasks which have not been started, we have those which are overdue, and over here we have bar chart to show the number of tasks per team. So as you can see, the finance team has more tasks and the strategy team has fewer tasks. And also you have tasks by task owner. Below here we have a table for task details to show the task ID, the task name, the date, the start date, the due date, the duration, the status, and the comments for each and every task. Above here, our dashboard is very dynamic. You can filter by status, you can filter by month, and you can filter by overdue status. So that is it basically for the overview. For the dataset that I used for this project, you can check the link of the dataset in the description below. So without further ado, let's get started. So I will jump over to a clean Power BI desktop report. Then first things first, we need to import our data. So our data is in Excel. So I click on Excel workbook. I click on task. I click on load. Okay, so we need to first rename our table here and give it a short name. So to rename it, I'll double click on the table and I'll write tasks and I click enter. Okay, so our table now has a new name. It's now called tasks. So let's get an overview of the data set that we're going to be using. Come to this left side and click on table view and make sure your tasks is table is clicked on. So as you can see, we have task ID, we have task name, we have team, we have owner, start date, due date, status, and comments. But as you can see, our date here is not in date format, it's in duration format. Also true for our due date. So we need to first change our due date and start date to be in the date format. So click on due date, come to data type here and change to date. Okay, so it's now in date format. Do the same thing for due date. Click on data type, date. Okay, perfect. So our start date and due date are now in date format. You can close this. Then the next thing that you want to do is to calculate the task duration. We now want to calculate the task duration. How long in days does each and every task took to complete? So that is task duration. How long does each and every task took to complete in days? So it's a calculated column. So I click on task here. I right click click new column. So you say task duration equals to, then I say date diff start date due date in days. Okay, then I say end days. So we now have our task duration column here. So as you can see, from Monday 19 January to Saturday 13 January, there are 12 days. For this one, the task took 26 days, and so forth. The next column that we want is the overdue status, to see if our task is still overdue. Is it overdue or is not overdue? So for that one, it's a calculated column again. So we come and say new column. Then we say overdue equals to if due date is less than today, and status of the tasks is in progress or not started, then it's yes, otherwise it's a no. So what it means is that if the due date is is passed today and the task is still in progress or is not started, so we say that project or that task is now overdue. If today uh, is less than the due date, then it means that uh, the task is now overdue. And if it's also the status of the task is still in progress and it has not been started, otherwise it is not yet overdue. So I click commit there. So we now have our overdue and our task duration. So we are now going back to our report view. So first things first, we need to calculate the completed tasks. So we need a table to put our measures. So I come here and say enter data. I say all measures. Click on load. So it is in this table that we're going to be putting our measures. So click on the table for measures, click new measure. And we want to first calculate completed tasks. So we say completed tasks is equals to calculate so it's going to be count rows of tasks, and can you filter status completed? So we want to count all the tasks that are in our table, but we want only those with the status of completed. So this is the measure or the calculation. So I bring on my card, I click completed tasks. So we have 334 completed tasks. Okay, so moving on to the next one, which is tasks which are in progress. So click on all measures table, click new measure, then you say in progress. Tasks equals to the same thing that we did on completed. It's still the same measure, but this time around we want those with the status of in progress. So we say, can you count rows of the tasks table, but can you filter out those with the in progress? We want those only that have a status of in progress. So you click commit. Okay, click our card and add in progress. So we have 333 tasks which are in progress. Then we want those which have been not started, those tasks which have not been started. Something will come to all measures, click on all measures, right click new measure, then we say not started is equals to calculate count rows, tasks, then we want those with the status of not started. Then click enter. Okay, so you click on the card, you bring in not started. So 333 tasks also which also have been not started. Then we want overdue tasks. Come back to all measures, new measure, then you say overdue. Tasks, then you say equals to calculate can you count rows of the tasks, and I want you to filter out the task with an overdue yes. So we say we want the overdue column, and we want to filter those with the yes value. We want only those rows or tasks which have an overdue status of yes. So you click commit, click this card, add overdue. So that is it. We now have our completed tasks, our in progress tasks, our not started tasks, and our overdue tasks. Okay, now let's make this nice. come here to format, effects. I'll turn off the background for this, then I'll come to cards, background, fill color, then I'll put this X code. So for this I'm going to use 154467 and you enter. Okay, so let's reduce its size a bit. I think we need a height of 145. We'll come to general, properties, a height of 145. I think it will do. Perfect. Then yeah, I think that is it. Now let's change the color of these values. Come back to visual, close cards, come to callout, scroll down to value, change this to white. Okay, it's now white. Change the font to a more nicer font, Kandara. Okay, let's bold it like so. Let's change the color of the labels also. Completed task in progress task. Let's change that label column. So come to label, scroll down to color, put white, and let's change the position. We want them to be on top. So you come to the position of the label. So it's at the bottom, put it the top. So it's now at the top. Perfect. So we want what we did here to be also on these cards. So what we do is you click this, you click on format printer, you bring it here. Perfect. So let's make sure they have the same sizes. Okay, perfect. So these are our first KPIs: completed tasks, in progress tasks, not started, and overdue tasks. But we want to indicate that the tasks which are overdue, there should be some sort of a warning. So we need to put this 195 in red. So click this, come to format visual, come to cards. We want to select the card which is overdue tasks. So click on overdue, scroll down. No, we want the value. So close cards, come to callout. We want the overdue, come to value, change the color, put red. You can make the red more redder or more bright, so you can play around with this. So it's now bright there. So we now have 195 in red as a warning. So that was it. Then we move on to our total tasks by team. So bring on this chart here, put it here, put it here. But we want total tasks by team. At the moment we don't have any measure for total tasks. What we do, we create a measure for total tasks, come on all measures, new measure, then total tasks. So we simply count rows of our tasks table. That is basically the number of the total tasks. So we bring in our team, then we bring in our total tasks, like so. Perfect. But we need now to change the background, and we need to turn off these y-axis and x-axis titles. So come to format visual, y-axis, turn off the title, it's gone. We need to remove this total tasks title, come to x-axis, turn off the title, turn off the values as well. Let's change the background of this visual. So come to general, come to effects, background color, choose this one. Yes, the title should be white. Come to title, make it Sego UI and make it white. Also reduce this font size to 12. Yes, let's change the color of these team names. Come to visual, come to y-axis, the values turn to white. Perfect. Then let's change the color of these bars. Okay, so close this, come to bars, color here, which is blue. We want to change this, more color. Then we want to use 43 F48B and we enter. And I will now want to reduce the size of the bars a little bit. Come to layout and increase the space between the categories a little bit, like so. Perfect. Let's align. Okay, we also want to know the values of the task, of the total tasks per team. So we need to turn on the data labels here. Okay, let's change the color for the data labels. Scroll down to value, scroll down, change the color to white, and change the font to Kandar, like so. You can increase the font a bit. Okay, so that was it for total tasks by team. Now we want total tasks by owner, by task owner, who owns the task. So we can copy and paste this. So instead of by team, now we remove by team and we put by owner. Okay, so we now have total tasks by owner. Okay, so I can move this a little bit here, a little bit here. Okay, perfect. So we're now moving on to our table. So we come to our table here. We enlarge it like so. Then we add our task ID, we add our task name, we add our team, we add our task owner, we add our start date, but our start date now is being added in hierarchy. So come to start date, let me move this here. Come to start date, let me start here. You right click on start date and click on start date as a date. But we want our date in short format, not in full format like this. So click on start date. Come on format, show date, like so. Then we want also to add our due date. It has also been added in hierarchy. Right click on due date, click on due date. It's in long format, but we also want it in short format. Click on due date, short format. Yes, like so. Then we add our task duration. We also add our status. We also add our overview status, and we finally add the comments. Okay, brilliant. So let's resize this a little bit so that it becomes a little spaced out. Okay, perfect. Now let's format this. Come to format visual, style presets. We use alternating rows. Come to grid, border, turn this to white. That blue line which was below this, close this. Come to column header. We want to change the color of this black to our color background, so we use our color there. Then we now come to our status here. We want to change those ones which we want to change the background color for our status to indicate that those which have not been started we put red, those which are in progress we put green, and so forth. So how do you do that? You come down to cell elements, you click status, then you turn on the background color. As soon as you turn the background color, you come to rules here. So we want, if value is completed, okay, if value is completed, we want it to show a green color. So let's put a greenish color here. Then enter. Then we add a new row if it's in progress. We want a yellowish color, new row if it's not started. We want it to be red. Okay, we want it to be red, like so. Then you click OK. So there you go. So we now have those which have not been started, they are in they are in red, and those which are completed in green, the progress are in yellow. So let's remove this total column that you are seeing below here. Close this, come to totals, turn it off, then it's gone. Then for overdue, we want the tasks which are overdue, which are yes, to be also in red. So come back to cell elements. Now click on overdue, background. Then you say if the value is yes, then it should be red. Okay, it should be in red. The background should be red. Then come and click. Okay, so all our overdue tasks now are now shown in red. That is it. So lastly, we now need to add our header here. So for that, we click on new text box, then we reduce its size like so. We increase it to this end, then we give it a background color of our theme color. Perfect. Then we need to add, can you reduce a little bit? Yes. Then we need to add our title for our dashboard. So our title, we're going to make it dynamic. Click on new measure, then name this title, then call this task management dashboard in caps, task management dashboard. Click enter. So we now need to bring in our title here. So click title. So if it's not showing on the card, you click on the table, then you click back on the card, then you expand it like so. We don't need this title label there, so come here, come to call out, scroll down and turn off the label. It's gone. We don't want the background. Okay, for that we don't want the background on this. So on our value there, it's fine. Come to general option of the background, effects, turn off the background. Then come to visual, come to cards, turn off the background, come to multi-card, scroll down, turn off the background. Can you also come to cards again? I want to turn off the border. If it's on, turn off the border. Then you resize this to this. You resize it to this. And you increase it. Let's change the value to the color to white. So you come to call out color, turn it to white. Okay, like so. Perfect. Now let's add our filters. So we want to filter by month, but we then need to add a calendar table for time intelligence functions. So we close this, we close this. We need to add a calendar table if you want to add time related filters to our dashboard. So you come on modeling, you come to new table, you call it calendar. Then say add columns. So that is our calendar table. We now have our dates here. So we need to then create a relationship to connect this calendar table to our tasks. So you come to modeling, close this, click on this date. We want to connect it to, we want to create a relationship between our calendar and our task. So we use date and start date. So you drag it to start date like so. So it's a one-to-many relationship. Click on save. Okay, we now have a relationship between our calendar and our tasks table. Come to report. Then you click on slicer. You come to our calendar. You click on month. But as you can see, our month is not in the right order. It's April, August. It's an alphabetical order, but we want it to be January, February up to December. That's why we have this month num column here to sort our month column. So click on month here and sort it by month now. Okay, so our column is now sorted. Our month column is now sorted in the right way. So we want it to be drop down. Slicer settings, drop down like so. Put it here. You reduce its size. Come to general effects, turn off its background. Come to visual. Come to slicer header. This should be Sego. Color should be white. Make it 11. So if you click on this, then you see that. Then we want our task to be also to be filtered by status. So we duplicate this, control copy, control V, we bring it here, we reduce it a bit, we uncheck month, come to our task table, click on status. So we now have our status filter. If you click on completed, you can see that our table is being filtered. Okay, and our charts have also been filtered, but our cards are not getting filtered. If you can check in progress, we now have tasks in progress. This has also been filtered, but our cards are not being filtered. So we need to fix that. So come back to our measures, click on, so when you click in progress task, we don't want to see completed task number. It should be 0 because we are filtering in progress task. So there's a problem maybe in our measure. So as you can see here, this filter here that we've added here ignores the outside filter, right? It overrides the outside filter. So this filter here overrides the status filter that is outside. So it has more precedence. It takes more precedence than the slicer that is outside. So how do we make this respect also the filter that is outside? We say we add a formula there called keep filters. So keep filters, then we close this like so. So it, as you can see, our completed, when we are in progress, our completed tasks are now 0. It's now respecting this outside filter. If I click in progress, then we see our task again. If we're not started again, it's the same thing. We need to add keep filters so that it respects this status. So come to in progress, add keep filters. Click enter. Come to not started, keep filters, enter. So if I come to in progress, it will show me those in progress and those that are overdue, but whichever status on in progress. Completed tasks, when you are on status in progress, there should be nothing is this one. So we can clear this one and we are back here. Then we need to add an overdue status. They want to see want to filter also by overdue status. Control copy, Control V, move it to the right. We need to reduce this. Then check this, we put overdue there. So we can come here and say yes, those are overdue. So we see overdue tasks by team, by owner, and the details here. Those which are overdue but in progress, those which are overdue but not started, we don't have any overdue task completed. Okay, so we can clear our filters, and that was it basically for our task management dashboard. If you like it, kindly like, kindly subscribe, and kindly share this video. Thank you so much guys for watching. See you in the next video.